Hey, what's up guys? So you guys have been telling me to keep an eye out for new mini ITX hardware and cases at Computex this year, and this little guy over at the Cooler Master booth caught my attention. We'll be taking a brief look at this one today, as well as a few other new cases on the show floor. Firstly though, a big thanks to MSI for making our Computex 2019 trip possible. You can check out their latest X570 motherboards for gamers and creators in the link in the description. So this is the Cooler Master Mastercase H100. It's a cube-based mini ITX case that's descended from the Mastercase H500, which most of you are familiar with. Overall, the exterior design looks pretty neat. They're going for more of a gamery approach here, and it kind of almost looks like a massive RGB speaker. That's thanks to the massive 200mm intake fan that's visible from the front, and gladly the front material is of the mesh variant, not the acrylic variant that we saw from the first H500. Other than the front mesh panel though, the rest of the case is completely closed off. Both side panels are completely closed off steel, and even the top panel is a fine mesh grille material. So first impressions here are that system thermals might not be the best. Honestly, since both side panels are just steel, I would have loved to see tempered glass side panels here instead, since it's not any further detriment to airflow and they would look much better. Since this is just a $59 case though, still will do just fine. Now opening up the side panel to check out the hardware layout, and we can't exactly see much. And this is just the reality of previewing systems on the show floor, but I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for Cooler Master. This system is just really poorly assembled. We can see that it does support ATX power supplies, although the one here isn't fully installed or mounted, although the mounting does seem to be there. It is a shorter case, and that means that GPU length is going to be cut down a bit. It looks like we're working with roughly 210 mils of GPU clearance, give or take. The side bracket here looks to be for 2.5-inch drive mounting, where there are 2 drive slots, and there does look to be a bit of room underneath the 2-slot GPU, possibly for fans or additional drives, we would hope. For reference, the system that was installed here was a Ryzen 2700 with a 40mm low profile cooler and an RTX 2060. The CPU cooler being used here is a new one from Cooler Master. It's 40mm, it's their G200P I believe. Personally, I really hope there's support for something much larger like a 92mm or 120mm AIO. Settling for just a low profile cooler here for a case this large for an ITX case would be a huge miss, especially when higher core count Ryzen CPUs are on the way. So that's about all we can say right now for the Mastercase H100. Really cool concept at this point, and I will have a full review for you guys, including thermal testing. I'm told this model will release on July 9th for $59 US. Cooler Master are also bringing back their Silencio series cases, which are mid-tower cases with a focus on low system noise levels. And so here we have the Silencio S400 and S600. The S400 is a micro ATX model, and here it featured an X299 system. That's cooled with a top-mounted 240mm radiator, but it looks like you could possibly instead mount a 360mm rad at the front. The Silencio S600 basically just stretches that into an ATX form factor. Both of these cases adopt the same pretty clean minimal design, which is RGB free, and they will be offered with either a tempered glass or steel side panel. Keep in mind that both of these cases will primarily focus on lowering system noise levels by insulating the case and closing it off from airflow, and as we know, this more than likely will result in warmer system temperatures, so just keep that in mind. Cooler Master also had this insane prototype, which is essentially your entire gaming setup in this floating ergonomic shell. The main focus here is around the chair, and everything else is just sort of built around it, but it is a pretty cool concept for sure. They said up to 3 monitors are able to be mounted here. Everything is adjustable, including the main armrest, and there are stereo speakers installed in the interior. A full system can also be installed at the back of the shell behind the seat. These kind of prototypes are always really cool to see in person and try out, but they kind of just remain that, just prototypes. As cool as they are, this thing would cost a fortune to produce and buy. So anyways guys, let me know your thoughts on the Mastercase H100 and the Silencio cases down below in the comments. Tomorrow we'll be checking out some of Cooler Master's new peripherals, including their new 53-gram gaming mouse, so definitely stay tuned for that. As always, a huge thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.